Owen Planbeck ended the first by flying out to right. He will try to start off the fourth inning with Haverford up 2-1 on Dan Ball, who the only hit he has given up was a home run to Spencer Sommer. That was his third of the season. Ford's needing to win at least one to have a chance to make the conference tournament. They're not high and dry yet, but the home run certainly changed the feeling in this stadium. Count 1-0. Here it comes, and it's in the dirt, and Chesney couldn't pick it out of the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Schwarzy and Goss follow Owen Planbeck here, sophomore from Palo Alto, California. And this is back to Giovinco. His turn and throw to first is in time. So Planbeck's 0 for 2 to start the day. And this will bring on Michael Schwarzy. One pitch ground out to first in his first at-bat. Senior from Ladue, Missouri. 3 1/3 innings now for Ball. It's still only giving up that one hit. And Schwarzy's at-bat in the fourth is going to last longer than it did in the second as he takes strike one here. Ball one outside. Schwarzy this season, 6 home runs, had a couple in that game against Johns Hopkins 2 weeks ago. Both opposite field for the right-handed hitter. 2-1. For Schwarzy against right-handed hitting, came in today hitting .370. Only hitting .167 against lefties, so facing a righty should be advantageous for him. Here's the 2-1. Off the end of the bat. Count now up to 2-2. Again, for the Fords, they will be keeping an eye on what's going on elsewhere with the Muhlenberg F&M score, because if they only win one today, those scores would matter. Ball 3 way outside. Schwarzy laid off. And the score in that game is 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth. That game started a little bit earlier than our game did. Here is the full count pitch. And Schwarzy charges this to center, probes his back. He didn't have to run very far to make the catch. And Schwarzy's 0 for 2. And this will bring on Matt Goss, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat.
The left fielder, number 10, Matt Goss.
4 seniors in this Haverford lineup. Their final games at Canterstein Field. If Haverford is to make the conference tournament, they're going to have to travel to Baltimore or down the road to Swarthmore, one or the other. Ball settling in after giving up that home run in the third, and Goss gets a piece of the fastball and fouls it off and cocks his head back in frustration. He knows that's one he probably should have done better with. 4 base runners have reached today against Dan Ball, 3 walks and the home run. But right now that home run is good to give Haverford the lead. Goss takes ball 1 down and away. Ball sets in with Harrison Burns on deck. Should the Fords get to him in this inning? The 1-1. Goss into left, curling there. Probst is making a run. This has a chance, and this is gone. So Matt Goss has home runs in back-to-back home games. The second home run of the day for the Fords, and it's a 3-1 game. Both home runs hit to that exact same spot in left center field. Goss, it's his 3rd of the year, 11th RBI, and the Fords' bats have started to wake up just a little bit. They are 6-1 this season when they hit multiple home runs in a game. That was a common occurrence last year, not so much this year. But 6-1 in those occasions is an auspicious omen. Haverford came in today having hit only 21 home runs. Last year they were in the top 5 of the country in home runs hit, but they've added 2 to that total today. And now, Harrison Burns will try to keep the rally going, and he does with a base hit in the left center field, falling right in front of Probst. Harrison Burns picks up hit number 15 on the year, and here comes Sam Partee, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. So these long, dormant bats for the Fords, particularly dormant at this stadium, now seem to maybe waking up at long last when their backs are against the wall. He came in hitting below the Mendoza line at 198. Well, got to check back to first, and McDermott had to pick that off in an awkward position. But he was able to grab it. It's the first single the Fords have picked up today. Their first two hits were home runs. And Partee's first pitch, he sings and hits that into left. Two straight singles for Haverford and Partee, who has had such a rough season at the plate. That's only his 18th hit. But now back to the top of the lineup for Will Karp, whose first two plate appearances were walks. And Dan Ball, who had given up only one hit in the first 3 innings, has given up 3 straight. And now Haverford starting to potentially break out of their slumber offensively. And it is the most important time for the season for them to do that. Only 2 wins at home, and when they did get wins, they had to score 10 or more to win. Against Gwynedd and Mercy and against Johns Hopkins. He squared to bunt, pulled it back, and takes a strike. Will Karp this season, with runners in scoring position, is 9 for 39 with runners on. Coming into this day, he was hitting 273. And another step off the mound by Ball, keeping an eye on Harrison Burns. Even down the lineup, Haverford has threats to steal. Burns has stolen 3 bases this season. Even Partee has 1. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch is a breaking ball that misses just high, 1-1. The entire left side of Haverford's infield, Sommer and Furlong seniors. The right side, Planbeck and Karp, sophomores. Karp's going to be a major part of this team's future and a big part of his present at his swings and misses as he was jammed by an inside pitch. It's 1-2. So 3 straight 2-out hits for the Fords, including a Matt Goss home run and a pair of singles by Burns and Partee. And the Fords now have a little bit of a cushion. They control their own destiny. 2 wins, and their season will continue next week either at Swarthmore or in Baltimore against Johns Hopkins. It'll all be determined by the end of the day. Ball steps off the mound once more, keeping an eye on the lead runner. Karp, who has played and started every game and led off every game. 12 RBI on the season, looking to increase that total. And then he steps off the mound. Karp trying to keep this inning alive. 4th straight hit would make it 4-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs, 2-2. Didn't break all that much. In terms of pitching stats this season, team ERA for Gettysburg, 8th in the conference. Now 7th in the conference, actually. 6.16 ERA. So, coming into this game, they had only given up 8 home runs, but they've given up 2 today. And Karp fouls this off to stay alive. First time in Ball's career that he's given up multiple home runs in a game. Karp's still alive. A 2-2. And he gets underneath this. It's a pop-up. Might not leave the infield dirt. McDermott is there to make the play. That's at the foul line, and the inning is over. But Haverford adds another run through Matt Goss, his third of the season. The Ford's lead is now 3-1 after 4.